Hello, happy Thursday. I was getting ready to say Friday, but today is Thursday. I am going to just give it a little bit of a second here. I was not able to schedule the live video like I normally do. I'm having tech issues getting those worked through. And so anyway, I am just going to go ahead and just let Facebook do its thing, get my audience and all that good stuff. While that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and share this off to the CST community, and we'll get started here in a minute. So if you are watching the replay and you don't want to sit here and watch me as I kind of wait for people to kind of grab on, just go ahead and slide that little thing. Get yourself, you can fast forward through this, and you can just go ahead and start from, whenever I get started. But if you are joining, if you are just tuning in, go ahead and let me know who you are. Say hello. Let me know where you're coming from, and we'll get started. So let me go ahead and share this off in the group really quickly. And I'm really excited about today's topic. So hi, Pedro and Lisa. I'm so glad you guys are here joining. Pedro and Lisa are, they say, weeks away from their grand opening. Well, congratulations. That is exciting. I know you guys probably have a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure this has been a whirlwind, but I am so proud of you all, and I'm just excited for you guys. So, and super excited that you're here joining. So let me go ahead and get this shared off into the group here. I see Miss Lakeisha has joined. Hi, Lakeisha. How are you doing today? All right, let me get over here. I had to put my phone on the charger because battery is going dead. So, but I just want to make sure that everything is working okay. Can you guys hear me? Is the streaming okay? I've been having streaming issues with my Go Live videos. I'm trying to work through those, but I don't want you guys to have to sit through an annoying streaming, any issues with that. So just let me know if everything's okay, if you can see me okay, and you can hear me okay. I think that you can, but I am waiting for my phone to load up here. I hope you guys have been having a great week. It's been really rainy here. We are dealing with the remnants of Hurricane Irma coming through this way, and it's just been really rainy. But I do want to say that I am so thankful that God answered prayers with Hurricane Irma. If you guys were in if you're in my Facebook group, I posted a video last Friday. I was kind of dealing with some things personally. I have family in Florida, but I'm just so thankful. So to all of you out there, to anybody in the CST community that dealt with Hurricane Irma or Hurricane Harvey, just to let you know, my prayers are with you, okay? My prayers are definitely with you. So, hello, Deidre. Come on in. Come on in. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, I am, let me do this really quickly, and then, like I said, we'll get started. It looks like people are kind of joining on anyway, so we're going to get started. And as I'm kind of trying to pull this up, I think I'm just going to do a restart, but as I'm kind of trying to pull this up here, I just wanted to basically tell you guys what we're going to talk about today. So pretty much, I did a poll in the group on, I don't know what day, I think it was Monday or something like that. And I asked everybody what they wanted me to cover this week. And so the vote, the one that got the topic that got the most votes was management and leadership. So today, what we're going to talk about is management and leadership, the three pieces that you're missing, okay, and to be good at both. So the three pieces that you are missing to be good at both management and leadership. And I will tell you that when I got started, it was very difficult for me to really, I guess, find my groove or get in my rhythm when it comes to management and just being a good leader. I'm going to share with you guys in a few minutes just a little bit about my personality that you may not know, or you might, I don't know if you might pick up on it or not, but just to share with you a little bit about my personality when we jump into today's video. So let me go ahead and get started here. And so for those of you that are new to Childcare Success Tools, if this is your first time just being here with me, maybe you just found my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, I definitely want to say welcome to CST. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you found me, and just want to definitely welcome you to Childcare Success Tools. Now, if you're new and you don't really know who I am, my name is Ashley Benz. I am the owner and founder and creator of Childcare Success Tools, the #1 online platform for childcare business management. And what I do is I teach childcare owners, or I help childcare owners by teaching them how to basically put their childcare businesses on autopilot in a way, okay? And so there are 5 main pieces or parts to running a successful childcare business. They are accounting and budgeting, marketing and advertising, let me get my notes, management and leadership, which we're going to talk about today, customer service and program quality, and then organization. Those 5 parts or pieces, if you basically get these automated, okay, and get systems and processes in place that are automated, those 5 pieces will then lead you to living a enriched, fulfilled lifestyle as a childcare business owner, which is my end goal for anyone that I work with or anybody that is connected with me through Childcare Success Tools, because I didn't have that. So when I ran my business, it was really, really tough. I did not have an enriched lifestyle in the beginning stages, and it was hard for me. So, that is pretty much what I do. And I do that by helping childcare owners and directors strategize, and also by helping you make sure that your mindset is where it needs to be at, because a lot of this business is mindset, okay? And so pretty much that is what I do. So before we jump in, what I need from you to do at this stage, and I'm still kind of pulling up my to make sure things are working okay. But what I need for you to do at this stage is I need for you to go ahead and share this video, okay? Also, if you're watching this from YouTube, I do want to definitely welcome you. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I want to welcome you as a new subscriber. Welcome to Childcare Success Tools. And also, I want you to know that you are watching a recording, okay? So these videos are done live via my Facebook business page. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, this is a recording, but I'm so excited for you to be here. And if you're new, I want you to subscribe, okay? Subscribe to this channel. When you hit the subscribe button, you're gonna see a little bell, which is a notification bell, and I want you to click that so that you can get updates and instant notifications whenever I post up a video, okay? If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm not on YouTube, but Facebook, what I need for you to do is go ahead and give me some likes, give me some love, give me some wows, share this video out. If you know of anybody, any of your friends that are owners and directors that could benefit from today's video, okay? So go ahead and do that for me. I am here, looking here, let's see here. Yes, looks like everything is working okay. Let me turn this down, perfect. All right. We are ready to rock and roll, y'all. All right. So today's topic is management and leadership, the 3 pieces that you are missing to be good at both. Okay. So get your pen and paper if you want to take notes. Number 1. Okay. So this is one that, oh goodness, especially for those of you that are new. All right. So number 1 is understanding that the industry as a whole has had it all wrong for the last 2 to 3 decades. Yes, the industry, the childcare business industry as a whole has had this whole thing when it comes to managing and leadership, a daycare business all wrong, okay? Here's what I want you to understand. Let me get my notes up here closer so I can see them. Here's what I want you to understand. You are not running a business. You're not running a daycare business, okay? And I want you to follow me here. You're not running a daycare business, but you're running 5 different departments that make up a daycare business, right? This is kind of the mentality that you have to understand if you're going to be good at management and leadership. And I mean, obviously, yeah, we know we're running daycare businesses, but I wanted to say it in that way because I want you to understand the fact that you're running 5 different departments. The 5 departments or the 5 pieces that I just mentioned, that's what you're actually running. And you're running that within a daycare business. And so what that means is that essentially, if you can get down marketing and advertising, accounting and budgeting, if you can get down management and leadership, if you can get down customer service and program quality, basically you can almost run any business, right? Because that's what a business is. Hi, Carolyn. I'm so glad you're here. Wonder what time it is over there. Oh, I think is it, let's see, I always say 6 hours ahead. So, but super glad that you're here joining us live today. But yeah, that's what you're doing. You are running 5 pieces. Okay, the 5 pieces that I just mentioned. If you can get those down, you can pretty much run any business. Okay, what you need to learn to do then, okay, the next is, Carolyn says it's 8 o'clock there. Oh, this is a perfect time then for you, for me to go live. So super glad that you're here. But what you can do is take that and you implement that into your daycare business, into what you know, okay, for early childhood education, for running a childcare program, and you're going to be fine. And that's pretty much, I mean, like, I could probably end this video right there on that, because that is basically how easy it is to run a daycare business, okay? So you want to look at your daycare business like any other business, like Walmart, like McDonald's, like Best Buy, like Chick-fil-A, like all these, you know, businesses, fast food companies, all of those, everybody, you're no different, okay? You just so happen to, your service that you provide is you provide services to children and families, where Walmart is retail, where McDonald's does fast food, no different, okay? But the thing about all of these businesses is that those 5 pieces that I just mentioned are in every single last one of them. Okay, I don't care what business you run, but you're going to have accounting and budgeting. You're going to have to market and advertise. You're going to have to understand management and leadership. You're going to have to get your customer service down, and you know, making sure that you have quality, that you're providing quality. You're going to have to do all those things, and you're going to have to be organized. Okay, so I want you to understand, however, and this is where people are really missing the mark, is that they're looking at what everybody else is doing in their childcare programs. And unfortunately, 95%, I'm gonna say 80% of childcare owners and directors in the industry right now are 10 years behind, okay? See, they're not looking at their business in this way. They're not looking at it in this way. They're not looking at it in the fact that I'm running departments within my daycare business. So when you try to go and talk, and I'm not, you know, I mean, obviously, yeah, you know, there are people that's got great ideas and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you're going to, you know, when you talk to other people, other owners and directors, you're going to learn things from people, right? But the issue is sometimes, in a way, what I see, you know, and I get the privilege of working with people all over the world. I talk to owners and directors all the time. What it is, it's the blind leading the blind. That's just simply what it is. It's the blind leading the blind. So everybody is doing the same thing. And then, you know, you go and talk to your friend who owns a daycare, or you get in a group and, you know, everybody's doing the same thing. And so it's kind of like, you know, the industry is not moving forward. It's not catching up with other industries, right? I mean, prime example, you know, going paperless, right? A lot of other industries they've been paperless. Childcare business industry, no, not. So, you know, and I was looking at something the other day, you guys. You know, I'm always looking at stuff. I can't remember where I saw it from, but I loved it, so I'm going to share it with you guys. But it was talking about the fact that if you don't evolve, you'll dissolve. And that's honestly what's been going on in the childcare business industry as a whole, and especially with management and leadership, okay? And so I don't want you to dissolve, Okay, you got to keep up with the times. Okay, so number one is that you just got to understand, when you go and talk to other people, if they're not looking at their daycare business in that way and what I just explained to you, then it's just going to be a blonde lady in the blonde kind of situation. Okay. Number two, and I just said this, but the childcare business industry is about 10 years behind other industries. We are 10 years behind when it comes to technology, when it comes to management, when it comes to leadership. We're behind. The industry as a whole is behind. Okay. So that is one of the missing pieces right there with management and leadership, is just not being caught up with other industries. Okay. Other business industries. Number two, and I'm going to talk about management at this point. Okay. So the missing piece with management, and I thought about this when I was thinking it, when you guys told me in the group what topic you wanted, and I was like, okay, I thought about people that I've worked with. I thought about myself when I ran Ashley Angels, and I was like, okay, what was missing, and what is missing? So automation is missing in management. That is what is missing. You guys are going to hear me say more and more of automation, because I want to push the childcare business industry with the platform that I have been blessed with CST, into getting caught up with other industries. Okay, that's something else I'm really passionate about, along with everything else, which is pretty much what I do. So the everything that I do, going over all the 5 pieces and automation, that is me taking a stand. I am taking a stand in this in the childcare business industry to say, look, if you guys hang with me, we're going to get caught up to these other industries out there. Okay, we do not have to be behind just because of whatever reason, just because that society doesn't look, when they think about a daycare business, they don't look at us as being like a corporate America, right? Like we don't really fit into corporate America. Okay, we're on a different playing field. But at the end of the day, we're up there with everybody else, right? I mean, we're no different. We're a business just like a Fortune 500 company is a business. So why can't we get up to that level? So like I said, I'm here to take a stand on that and to educate and teach childcare owners and directors that, look, we can do this a different way, and really, really, do it through the right way. Okay. And the end goal to that is so that you can live an enriched, fulfilled lifestyle, right? So you're not having to work in your business from sun up to sundown. There's no need in that. Okay. When all these other industries, are not doing that, you've got the CEO, they can come and leave when they want to. They can run their businesses and scale their business. They can do all those things. How come we in the childcare business industry can't do that? Right. All right. So automation is the number one piece when it comes to management. So what automation allows you to do is it allows you to run your business instead of it running you. That's what automation does. It allows you to be in total control of your business. That's it. Okay. So I want you to think about it. Think about this. A manager of any business is the go-to person, right? I mean, if you're a manager of any business, you are it. If something breaks down, it's on you. If somebody needs something, they come to you. If a child is needing something or whatever's going on in the classrooms, everybody comes to you, the manager. Okay. Think about this though. A manager is over everything. And to you family childcare home providers, you are managers just as well. Okay. I'm a manager. Okay. I work from home. My business, the CST office is in my house. I'm the only one here. Okay. I don't have any employees, but I'm still a manager over my business. Okay. So even to you family childcare providers, you are a manager, right? And you have everything, all those 5 pieces that I just told you about, you're responsible for all of that, and not including, making sure children are safe, right? making sure that activities are, you're in charge of all those things. That is all you. When you raise your hand to, I want to own a daycare business, you raise your hand to being a manager over all of that, everything. Okay. So, you know, the thing is that, or the question is that, how can you do this when you have to manage everything? How can you manage everything when it's just you? The only way that you're going to be able to do that successfully is you're going to have to put things in place. You got to automate. That is the only way that this is going to be done, guys. Okay. You got to automate. You got to delegate. You got to get some other people involved. You can't do it by yourself and be successful. I tried it. And let me tell y'all this, I am a do it by myself kind of person anyway, right? I don't need nobody, you know, I can do this thing by myself. That is just my mentality, okay? But it doesn't work that way. And I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I burnt myself out real fast, really fast. Y'all that know me, you know, I've said this before, I burnt myself out. I hated my daycare business. Like, I hated it. It was a burden to me. It was not that vision that I had when I first was gonna get started. It wasn't any of that. Okay, until I learned how to automate. And then what that did for me is that put me in control of Ashley Angel's Childcare, and not Ashley Angel's Childcare being in control of me, right? Because if you're not in control of your childcare business, all you have done is created a job for yourself, not a business. And I know that you guys, you know, I know y'all. So I know that the people that I talk to, you guys are trying to create a legacy. You're not just trying to have, you know, just a regular mom and pop. Okay. You're trying to have a legacy to leave for your children and so on. So, you know, you have to, if you're going to do this, you got to learn how to automate things in your business. All right. So that is the missing piece to management. The reason why you're all over the place with management is because you're not automating, right? You're not automating. Let me share this out really quick, y'all. I know I'm right in, but I forgot to share this out to the group, so I'm going to do that real quick. But you're not automating. And let me just tell you guys this, and we'll get into leadership here in a minute. But like I said, I am a, you know, do-it-yourself kind of person. I don't feel like I have to have a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, to like help me do something, right? So that's always been my mentality. I'm very independent, like, you know, however, that's where I went wrong when I ran my business. Okay, it's thinking that I could do this by myself without like any outside help or any resources or anything like that, right? And so it cost me a lot. Okay. All right. So the next thing is, let me share this out really quick, you guys. The next piece with leadership. So I want to get down to leadership. Okay. Leadership, the missing piece to leadership is, oh, I love this one. All right. It is this, and this is what I've learned through working with people and stuff like that. So it's being too buddy with your staff. It's being too buddy with your staff. That is the missing piece to leadership. That's what everybody's dealing with, being too buddy. All right. It's not understanding or making sure that, like, understanding how to draw that line with your employees. Okay. So here's what I like to call it. I like to call it, I'm your friend, boss, leader syndrome. Okay. I am your friend, boss, leader syndrome. Okay. Meaning that you want to be everything to these people. You want to be their boss. You want to be their leader. And you also want to be their friend. And I'm sorry, but in business, it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. You are not anybody's friends. What you are, okay, you are the person that signs their paycheck, right? That's who you are. And with that, you sign their paycheck by leading them, okay? And I don't want to say tell them, okay? Because leaders don't tell. Bosses tell. We're getting that in a minute. Bosses tell. Leaders are going to show and guide. So, but you sign their paychecks, and you do that by leading them into what it is that you need for them to do so they can get paid. That's what you are. Okay. You're not their friend. Now, let me say this. A really good leader, though, however, okay, a good leader knows how to be effective, and they know how to get people to follow. Okay, that's a good leader. They know how to get people to follow. So there's a difference between followers and leaders. Followers, they don't know how to get people to follow them. Okay, they don't know how to do that. They don't have that skill. But leaders know how to get people to follow them. And that's where, that's where you have to learn how to draw that line. So I'm not saying that you are not friendly with your employees. I'm not saying any of that, right? But that's where you have to draw that line. So story with myself. When I started, okay, my idea of a leader or a CEO or a business owner was a boss. So my idea was the hard hat, right? The hard hat and the clipboard, walking around, and that was my idea. So that's what I did. Okay. Naturally, you guys, I am very, I'm bossy. I am bossy. I have been bossy since I was a little girl. I grew up I grew up in a neighborhood where it was like loads of kids and stuff like that. And so anything that we did, I was the boss. I was the leader of it. I was the initiator. I remember for those of you that remember, back in the day, there was the Babysitters Club. I don't know if y'all remember that. Anyway, I love the Babysitters Club. I love the Babysitters Club books and all that stuff. And so we started a Babysitters Club in our neighborhood, and guess who was in charge of that? It was me. So naturally, I'm bossy. So for me, my natural way when I first got started was to just be bossy. I'm pretty blunt. I struggled with being tactful. So if something needed to get done, if something needed to get done, I would say, look, you just need to get that done. Like, just why, if I had why are you doing that way? That was my attitude. That was what I did. That comes natural to me, but that's the wrong way. And I had to learn that, and I learned it hard. So then, I started to really just research. I read, and you guys know me, you know that the Bible is my go-to guide for anything in life. And so I went to the Bible, and I really started to studying on leadership. I looked at different leaders in the Bible, and that's where I retrained myself on how to be a good leader. And so by the time I went through my business, I learned how to be a good leader. And people they would want to do, my staff would want to do those things for me, right? And that's what you want. So another missing piece that I have to throw out there, you guys, and as you're coming in, say hello. I would love to know who's joining. Let me know where you're coming from. And please give me some likes, some thumbs up, some hearts. Make sure you're sharing this video out. So another missing piece that I do want to kind of throw in here, and I've got to bring this up, you guys. I think I talked about this not too long ago, but I've got to bring this up, is that this whole thing that's out there right now about I'm a boss, right? Like, so there, I don't know, it's all over, you guys. Y'all are on social media, so you see it everywhere, and it's cute, right? And so it's this thing out here is I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. It's like, who cares, right? But what, it's everywhere. And it's cute, like branding. I see cute little shirts and cute little quotes and all that good stuff, right? But the last time I checked, bosses were employed by somebody, right? So the last time I checked, so anybody that called themselves a boss, they had somebody over them, right? Here's the thing about it, right? Bosses make rules. Leaders make change. Leaders don't have anybody over them. They are the ones they're the ones, everything coming from what they do comes from their head, right? So, to me, that's another little bit of a missing piece. Like, I really feel like that, just from what I see, and this may be from the younger, the younger crowd, the younger CST community that I have, or whatever the case is there, but it's like, just for me, I'm not a boss. I'm a leader. Okay. I am somebody that's going to make a change and a difference. Right. And so leaders are the one that, like I said, they get people to follow them. Right. They're the visionaries. They're the ones that the problem solvers. Okay. They are the ones that is guiding this team that's behind them. And sometimes leaders don't always know where they're going, but they figure it out, and they always land themselves in the right positions. Okay. So just another little, I just want to slide that in there, this other little missing piece. Don't have that mentality that you're a boss. Like, I mean, just don't go there. The reason why I say that is because it honestly, it mentally, what you're doing to yourself is that you are going into your daycare business with that kind of cocky attitude. And you don't want that. You want to be a leader. You want to be somebody that is going to get your team to back you up every single day. And bosses don't do that. Bosses make people angry. Bosses make people upset. Bosses are the people that have employees leaving and crying about their day and going home and talking to their family and then not coming back. Bosses are the ones that create an unhealthy working environment. Okay. And where I actually, honestly, just this whole thing about being a boss, that's one of the other reasons why I wanted to own my own business. I had a horrible experience with the boss. He was definitely not a leader. This was way before I got into the childcare. Well, actually, I had quit working at a daycare center when I was in college, and I went to work for I guess it was a distribution center. So for a company. And so like orders were coming online, we would distribute them out, whatever. And I had the worst boss ever. I'm telling y'all. And honestly, like, I have never been to prison, never been arrested, anything like that. But for me, like, he made me feel like I was in prison. Okay. Seriously, the way that, and I just could not deal with that. And I confronted him about his professionalism, and I had to tell him how it was. Okay. And after that, he kind of changed. But, that was my experience. And so I know when I ran Ashley Angels, I never wanted somebody to have that experience with myself. Okay. And it took me some time to learn how to do that. Right. It also, I will tell you this as well, going back to not being the buddy and stuff like that when we're talking about leadership, this even goes with your parents as well. Okay. So for you family childcare home providers, it's kind of the same thing. You want people to look at you like the expert and the one that's educated, right? That's what you want people to look at you like. So when you come in with this boss mentality and, you've got that kind of going on in your head, subconsciously, you may not notice it, but subconsciously, that will come out in how you manage your program. Okay. That will come out in how you manage that. So here's what I say to you guys that love all those little quotes. There's nothing wrong with it. I see the quotes in it. Yeah, they kind of do something for me when I see the, whatever little quotes on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever, yeah. But just don't let that be how you think when you're thinking about managing your childcare business and being a good leader. Okay. All right. So in conclusion, and I'm getting ready to wrap this video up. If you have any questions as I'm wrapping up, if you have any comments, feel free to leave those below. If you have any questions on management and leadership, dealing with your staff, anything like that, go ahead and start loading those in while I'm wrapping up. And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If you're watching this from YouTube, Feel free to leave questions below in the comments. I will be sure to look at those, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have about management and leadership or anything like that. You just have to learn, how to do this. Okay. So in conclusion, what I want you to take away from today's video. Okay. And this is coming from scripture. So you guys that know me, like I said, I just told you that I go to the Bible for anything that I want to do with business, life, anything. So one of my favorite verses is, do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the way I want to relate that to management and leadership and how to be good at both. And this is what I learned, is that you really, honestly, the best leader is a servant leader. That is the best leader, okay? Somebody that really makes changes and gets things done, they are servant leaders, okay? And so when you conform to the pattern of the world, the way I want you to look at that is that basically in the childcare, in our realm, in our childcare business industry, if you're doing what everybody else is doing just because they're doing that, you're conforming to the world, so to speak, to the industry, okay? And you only need to conform to things that work, okay? You only need to conform to the things that work and make sense, right? Being transformed by the renewing of your mind means that's what leaders do. Leaders, they don't follow anybody else. They do things their own way. Just because this other daycare owner, likes to go in and do whatever to her staff and talk to her staff how whatever, and that kind of thing, doesn't mean you have to be that way, because it's not going to work. Okay, if he or she is not doing it the right way, really creating healthy working environments is so important with management and leadership, and that's another thing too. Just really creating those healthy working environments. Okay, and so when you're able to transform yourself and not conform, this is when you're going to be a good leader. I will tell you that it's going to take some time if you don't have any experience in management to really find your way. It took me some time. I end up being a leader that if my teacher, staff, anybody had to come to me, they could do that, right? But they also knew that I was the one in charge, and they respected me. And that's what you want. You want to, the old saying goes, if you want to get respect, you got to give it. Okay. If you take care of your people, they will take care of you. Okay. And a good manager is going to have a team that backs them up every single day. So here is something that I want you to also take away with this. When you are dealing with an issue with an employee, the first person that I want you to look at is yourself. It took me some time to really get that down, because normally what I would do is I would simply look at that person or that teacher and say, well, how come they not getting this? Why is it that they are not understanding? Like, this is elementary stuff, right? That was my mentality. And so what happened was I ended up creating a wall, and it was almost like them versus me, or me versus them. Okay. And so I had to change the way I even looked at that. And so what I started to do was, when there was an issue in my daycare business, when it came under the heading of management and leadership, the first person I looked at is Ashley, because it starts at the top. And if there's a problem, you are the reason for the problem, because there's something that is missing that you're not doing with managing and leadership. Now, let me say this, because I know how people can be. If you are providing everything that you need to for your childcare, for your staff, and you are taking care of them, and you've got somebody that is not wanting to be a part of the solution, but they want to be a part of the problem, then it's not you. But you always have to examine yourself first to see and to make sure that you're keeping yourself in check. So if you are having a problem with management and leadership, go to the mirror first. Make sure that you don't have anything that you need to correct. Okay, and then go to the employee or the staff or the parent, because sometimes it can be parents as well. All right. Okay, so call to action. What I need for you guys to do is I need for you to join my private Facebook group community if you're not a part of it. If you are on YouTube or you are just simply watching this from my Facebook business page, go ahead and join that group. It's over hundreds of childcare owners and directors. The group grows every single day. Like I cannot even keep up with having to approve people in the group. So it grows every single day. And so this is where I hang out daily. This is where you can get support. This is where you can ask me questions throughout your week and things like that in between my go live videos and everything that I do. So be sure that you join that. I will leave a link to that in the comments below for Facebook watchers, and for YouTube viewers, I will leave a link in the description box so that you can gain access to the group. Okay. The next thing I would like to do is I would love to invite you to book a one-on-one session with me if you're wanting help with management and leadership. So if you're struggling with having a team that backs you up every day, and what that does for you, when you have a team that backs you up every day, this is where you can basically, you can do what you want to. You can leave, you don't have to come in. Tomorrow's Friday. So if you didn't want to come in tomorrow, you didn't have to, but you can take vacations. You can live that life, the CEO life. Okay. That's the kind of life that you can live. If you're struggling with management and leadership and you would like to have my help, I'm inviting you to book a one-on-one session with me. I'd be more than happy to, analyze your specific situation, and I will definitely give you what you need to be able to push yourself forward so that you can have a team that backs you up every day. So I will leave a link to the description, or I'll leave a link to that in the description box below for YouTubers. And for those of you that are watching during the Facebook Live, I will be sure to leave a link down in the comments below as well. So listen, you guys, that's all I have for today. Now, next week, because I did the poll in the group, and it was actually neck and neck. So I did a poll on Monday or something, or one of the days this week anyway, to see what you guys wanted me to cover: management and leadership, and also customer service and quality of program was neck and neck. So I decided to go ahead and do management and leadership. So next week, I am going to go over customer service and just quality of program. Okay, so that's what we'll cover next week. And if you have any questions, feel free to submit those beforehand. So those can be submitted in the private Facebook group. So if you have any questions over that, just post in there and say, hey, Ashley, I know you're going live next week about customer service and quality of program, and shoot your questions in there, and then I will be able to answer those next week. So I really, really hope that you got something out of this video. I hope that you just have a different or a better understanding of management and leadership, and just some value. I hope you got value out of today's video. So thanks so much for joining me. And until the next time, I am sending you my prayers of encouragement and success your way as you go through this journey of owning your daycare business and just being successful at it. I know you can do this. It can be done. It's just having a different way of looking at it. So thank you so much. Thank you, Carolyn, for joining. And I will see you guys in the next one. So God bless.